So last time we killed a bunch of women. Now let's kill one guy.
I can't make a joke about that sounding fair.
Gabriel has fought long and hard to get to this point, and now he faces his stiffest challenge. The Dark Lord of the Lycans must be defeated if Gabriel stands any chance of bringing his beloved back.
So says I. I just made that rule up. Just roll with it.
And yet his hatred and burning
We're making this shit up as we go along, folks.
Underestimated.
I'm literally being handed new pages of the script as I record.
He is a force that even the Dark Lord will struggle to deal.
We're gonna get to chapter 3 and they're just giving him a box of Cards Against Humanity cards and telling him to go nuts.
Wait, why are we playing Cards Against Humanity? I thought this was apples to apples.
Will come to fruition. Go, my friend. Go and break this creature once and for all.
So we got a power-up station before the next boss. And this is going to be the return of a character which you may not be expecting. It's a new version of an old Castlevania character.
I'm looking forward to this.
Also, that's what Chainsaw looks like, in case you forgot. This is from a semi-obscure Castlevania game that came out in the late 90s. Although he's not exactly how you may remember him.
Okay, so it's not a giant jumping imp man. Okay, alright.
I have come to fulfill the prophecy.
Were not lying. A warrior from the Brotherhood, here on Lycan soil. I wonder, warrior, if you know where you are and who I am.
I am on desecrated land, and you and those of your clan do not deserve to live.
I love that subtitle.
You say you are here to fulfill a prophecy.
That sounds like lazy, stupid writing.
I have come to reclaim that power.
I know who this is, and the name is escaping me.
You dare enter my inner sanctum and dictate.
Well, he looks nothing like who he's named after.
To me. I am immortal, little man, and your pathetic prophecy is known to me. But you are ignorant. Ignorant of the real truth of your situation.
It is you who are ignorant. Ignorant of the pain and suffering you have brought.
Gabriel literally just used "no you" against this giant man.
Hear me.
This is turning into schoolyard shit, kids.
Who do you think this is?
There's a character that they carried into the Netflix series that was a
Oh, hold on, there's a big plot twist coming up.
The founders fought fiercely against the spawns of Satan and finally tipped the equilibrium in God's favor. Such was their commitment to the crusade that their studies in holy enlightenment led them to 3 sacred places.
Power, wisdom, and courage.
With such intensity that it forged a bridge between the spiritual and the real.
Gabriel killed Zelda.
The founders used that power to purify themselves, abandoning their human forms and transforming them into spiritual beings whose power was second only to God's.
You tell me nothing that I did not already know, beast.
Little did they
Oh, so this is Beast from X-Men. That's nice to know.
He's got quite the underbite going on.
But instead, the dark sides of themselves. Don't you see? That is how we came to be. We, who you call the Lords of Shadow.
I would have.
You lie.
This place is where one of your founders ascended.
So the Lords of Shadows, the Lords of Shadow are basically the nobodies of the founders, if I'm understanding this correctly.
They're the B team.
Reclaim the power of my beloved brother in heaven, and I too
Well, no, we're working under Kingdom Hearts rules. These are the nobodies.
were to occur.
Oh.
He would die with me.
Yeah, I still haven't played Kingdom
we are
Hearts.
still the same.
Moving right along.
He and I, still connected. Kill me, and you kill him. Kill us all, and you will kill the saintly founders of your own order. Ah, brother. Even you have to smile at the irony of it all. Perhaps he is willing to sacrifice himself for you, for the greater good. I, however, am not. I am Cornell, Lord of the Lycan.
Nope, not the character I was thinking of.
Who are you thinking of?
I was thinking of this one Viking vampire that turns up at Dracula's castle in the animated
Oh,
series.
that Godbrand?
Yup.
Wasn't he made up for the anime?
I don't know if he was or not. I haven't played any of the late 90 games.
I thought he was. Anyway, this is Cornell, who looks nothing like Cornell from Castlevania Legacy of Darkness for the Nintendo 64.
Oh my god!
Cornell was an anime boy who turns into a werewolf. This guy is just like a hunk. He's pretty much just a bear who turns into a werewolf.
He's a bear who turns into a man who turns into a werewolf. He took several steps to get the flu.
Yeah, he's pretty much like... Who is that one, the shapeshifter from The Hobbit? Beorn, I think was his name?
Yes? Oh boy, my Tolkien is leaving me.
I'm gonna get that wrong. I'm gonna get so many Tolkien purists in the thread angry at me. I'm sorry. It's been years since I've read The Hobbit in high school. Anyway, I've already defeated the boss, but he's got I've almost defeated the boss, or at least his first phase. He's got a ton of attacks. We'll be able to see a little bit of him later in the trial, but he kicks a lot of ass. It's a really fun fight.
Your skills are no match for mine.
I don't know. Your health bar is almost gone, sir.
I mean, you could sneeze on this dude and he'd die. At that point.
I don't know. I get the sense that he's powering up.
Oh, is this some Dragon Ball Z shit?
Feed me the everlasting darkness.
Feed me, Gabriel.
So that first form wasn't his werewolf form. This is his werewolf form.
Oh, what the hell? Well, you're a big one, ain't ya? Wow.
So phase 2 of this fight is considerably harder, and I really like it. It is a tough but generally fair challenge, and it's similar to the Black Golem in that way. Also, he's a speedy boy.
I enjoy dismembering you, Paramount.
I also like that they kept his voice.
Oh, that's actually amazing.
Yeah, most of his attacks can be parryable. Basically, the ones with bigger wind-ups are the ones that can't be avoided. The Dark Gauntlet's really fun to use against him, and basically, if it wasn't for the last phase, which I really don't like, the one after this, I would call this one of the best fights in the game. As it is, it's still pretty good.
To see the end of this journey.
I also really like his voice actor. He seems to be one of the only actors in the game who really understands how terrible the script is, so he's just hamming it up for everything he's worth.
I'll tear you apart like the insect you are.
This wasn't quite the point where Stuart would ham stuff up, I would say. I mean, it took him another 10 years after this.
Oh, well, we will be seeing a lot of ham and cheese from Zobek later on in the game. Don't worry. So this is the final phase of his fight, and this is the part where I really don't like it. We have to destroy these pillars around the arena, and all the while, Cornell is chasing us, and he can chase us during that cutscene, which I think is really unfair. the guillotine does a lot of damage to the pillars. But the thing is that Cornell moves really fast during this phase, and he can catch up to you really quickly. And also, I kind of got stuck on him. Although, thankfully, light magic also counts when you deal damage to the pillars. So that's a little bit of a saving grace. The trial, I think, is not using any light magic on the Cornell fight.
Oof.
If it wasn't for this final phase, I'd like this boss fight a lot more. You can deal a little bit of damage to Cornell just to pin him down a little bit, buy some time while you're destroying the pillars.
Enjoy dismembering you, Bettermark.
And we've got a QT finisher.
Oh.
This is actually really good. This reminds me of like the QT finishers from Ninja Blade.
Hey! Hammer time. Well, we picked his brain. Oh no, werewolf feet.
Gabriel, have you been killing women again?
Only one, I swear.
Make haste, my love.
I saw that previous video. You killed at least 5.
Well, this isn't ominous.
Oblivion. Sempiternum. Daemonis.
Those were the only 3 words of Latin I learned in high school. I'm sorry.
Klaatu. Verada.
Gesundheit. That's German, right? No, that's Latin, right? Gesundheit is definitely Latin.
Definitely Latin.
So, we got one of the best items in the game for that, the cyclone boots. I just called them the speed shoes.
We speedrunning now, boys.
Yep, so we similar to how we used those sprint moves with the mounts earlier, you just double tap the left stick in whatever direction you want. And you run really fast.
Ooh.
Although it does have a time limit, but it's pretty generous. And it also affects your momentum a little bit when attacking. Really fun to use.
There is enough variety in the skills in this to keep it very interesting.
You have gained great power, but it is not enough. You must
Don't disrespect me, Pan. I have speedy shoes now.
Come with me. Our time is running out.
Are we gonna ride the bird? Can we ride the bird?
Of course.
Oh my god, we're riding the bird!
Well, yeah, it's Pan. You can see the little
green.
things on its
Oh.
beak. Pan was also that horse that rescued us earlier.
I'm just so happy we're riding the bird.
Well, we could check that off the bucket list. We rode on a bird, an eagle.
It's beautiful, man.
Well, hopefully in chapter 4 we will kill less women.
Fingers crossed, but I'm not counting on it.
We're going to try to get that number down to 0.
We're working on it. We're working on that day when Gabriel has 0 incidents.